Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Make It Yourself. Today we are going to make this hanging basket. The stitch used for this hanging basket is called as a basket weave stitch. This hanging basket can be used to hold your indoor plants, or you can also use it for storing your other stationaries. So let's get started. Details related to the yarn and the hook size will be available in the description as well. So here I'm using a brown cotton yarn and a hook of size 3.5 mm. We are going to first make a slip knot with the brown yarn, and after that we are going to chain 40. So if you would like to have a larger or smaller basket, you can change the number of chains here. Just make sure that the chains are a multiple of 8. So here I am starting off with a chain of 40, so which is a multiple of 8. So 8 times 5 we get 40. So after chaining 40, we are going to chain extra 7 chains. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So here on the third chain, so this is the first, second and third. On the third chain, make 1 double crochet. So here we are starting row number 1. So row number 1 consists of double crochets, and it's a very simple pattern for this row. We are just going to make 1 double crochet in each chain. So by the end of this row you should have a total of 44 double crochets. So continue making these double crochets over each chain till the end of this row. So here we are almost done with the double crochets. We have few more chains left, so I'm going to make the double crochets over the remaining chains as well. And this is the last chain. So after making the double crochet over this, I'm going to chain 2 and then turn my work. So from this row onwards we are going to make front post and back post. Also we will be starting with the second stitch or the second. In the front post we are going to insert our hook this way, and for a back post we'll be inserting our hook in this manner. So this is a back post. So we are going to start from, as I said, the second double crochet. So we'll skip this and start from the second double crochet. So I'm going to first make 4 front posts in the first 4 double crochets. So this is the first double crochet and we are making a front post on top of it. Similarly, into the next 3 double crochets also we will make a front post. So in the front post double crochet you will be inserting your hook under the double crochet from the front side, and then make the double crochet on top of it. So this is the fourth double crochet or the fourth stitch over which we are making our fourth front post double crochet. So as you can see, this 4 stitches, how they look out here, they're a little bit lifted from the original stitch. So this is the back post now. So the next 4 will be 4 back post double crochet. So in the back post double crochet we will insert our hook from the back and then pull the yarn under it and then make a double crochet. So you can see that when we make the back post double crochet we will have the stitches behind the current stitch. So this is the fourth one of the back post double crochet. So as you can see, now I have made 4 front post and 4 back post double crochet. We will be doing this till the end of this row. We'll be alternating 4 front post double crochet and 4 back post double crochet till the end of the row. So for front post, as you can see, we will be inserting our hook under the double crochet of our previous row from the front side, and under it we will pull our loop and then make the double crochet. So as you can see, by doing this we are having this stitches which are elevated for the front post, and the stitches which we are making a back post are shown at the back side. So this gives the impression of a weaved stitch, and we'll be continuing this pattern till the end of this row. So repeat the pattern till the end of this row. So here we are almost at the end of this row. We are at the last 4 front post double crochet. So this is the second one, and this is the third one, and when you see at the end we will have 2 more stitches or 2 more double crochets left. So yeah, so not the last one is not a double crochet, it is a chain 2. So this is the last double crochet, so we will make a front post over this, and the last stitch, as you can see, is the chain 2 that we did at the beginning, that we did a chain 2 and turned our work. So here on top of the chain 2, so that is the third stitch. So on the third stitch we are going to make 1 half double crochet. So this step will be repeated for each row. So chain 2 and then turn your work. So now the previous row, as you can see, what we have, the previous row stitches are a back post double crochet. So here too, for this row we will start off with a back post double crochet, and as I said previously, we'll start from the second stitch. So this is the, so just make a double crochet on top of the first back post double crochet, and make the second back post double crochet on top of the second back post double crochet of a previous row. So in this pattern what happens is 2 rows we will make the same stitches on top of each other, and then we will change. So since this is the second row for the back post stitch, so we are making the same stitches. So the previous row had a back post, so we made a back post on top of it, and now again we will be changing to front post. Here you can see the next 4 stitches are front post, so we are making front post stitches on top of it. So make another 2 more front post here, and we will be repeating this pattern till the end of this row. So for this row what we are doing is we are making the same stitch on top of our previous stitch. So if it is a back post, we are making a back post on top of it. If it is front post, we're making a front post on top of it. So row number 2 and 3 we will make the similar stitches on top of each other. So repeat this pattern till the end of the row. And here we are almost at the end, and you can see we have 4 more back post stitches left. So we are just making the remaining 4 back posts on top of these stitches. So after making these 4 back posts, we will repeat the same step of what we did in the previous row. That is, we'll make a half double crochet over the chain 2 stitch. So here you can see, if you pull this stitch properly, this is the double crochet and this is the chain 2. So make a back post double crochet over the double crochet, and over the chain 2, just on top of that is on the 3rd stitch, we are going to make a half double crochet. So the last stitch will always be a half double crochet on top of the chain 2. So make a half double crochet and make a chain of 2 and turn your work. Now, as I said, this 2 rows will have similar stitches, and on the 3rd row we will make a change. So we will make the opposite stitch. So previous row had front post, so in this row we are going to make a back post. So make a back post stitch on top of the front post stitch. So make the second back post stitch, and make another back post stitch, and make the 4th back post stitch here. So the next 4 stitches of our previous row is a back post. So what we will do in this row is we will make a front post on top of it. So on the 3rd round we are changing the stitch. We are making the opposite stitch. So here we are making a front post on top of the back post stitch. And this is the 4th back post stitch on which we made a front post stitch. So as you can see, it has now changed the ridges here. So continue this till the end of this row. Just make the opposite stitch on top of the previous row and repeat this till the end of this round. So here we are almost at the end of this row. So the last 4 stitches are a front post stitch, so we are going to make back post stitch on top of it. So make 4 back post stitch on top of the last 4 stitches, and I'm showing you this part because I wanted to show you the last stitch. So which is like I have shown you in the previous 2 rows also, it is a half double crochet on top of the chain 2 stitch. So this is the chain 2 stitch, and on the 3rd stitch I'm going to make a half double crochet here, and after making the half double crochet you're gonna make a chain of 2 and then turn your work. So this row we will be repeating the same stitch. So if it is a front post in the first stitch, we will make a front post stitch on top of it. So make 4 front post double crochet in the first 4 stitches, and after that the previous row has back post, so make back post stitches. So the next 4 stitches will be 4 back post stitch. So continue in this manner till the end of this row. Make the same stitch on top of the previous row's stitch. So here we have completed this row number 5. So row number 2 to row number 5 we will repeat it till we reach a height of 9 inch. So here the length of the chain is around 9 inch, so we want the height of this applique also to be 9 inches. So as you can see, both length and breadth wise it is 9 inches long. So once you have reached 9-inch height, or you can say you have created a square, the last stitch where you ended, there you're going to make a loop for hanging the basket. So here this is the last stitch after making the half double crochet in the last chain of 2. So here I'm going to now make a chain of 20 chains. So chain 20. So this chain of 20 is to make a loop using which we can hang the basket to the wall. So chain 20, and after that we are going to slip stitch this chain back. So turn your work and you have the first stitch here. So into the first stitch, make a slip stitch. So once you made the slip stitch, we are going to make one single crochet over this side of the square. So just make just one single crochet over each stitch. So the previous row was a double crochet, so you will already have the stitches. So just make one single crochet over each stitch till the end of this row. So here we are at the last stitch of this side. So once you're at the end of this side, you can see here we have the loop, and this is where we have ended our stitch. So now we are going to fold this square. So we place it this way in a diamond fashion, and we fold the 2 corners this way, and the bottom corner will come up. That we will do it later, but as of now we fold the 2 opposite corners. And what I am going to do is I'm going to first make a single crochet over the other side. So I'm going to insert my hook into the opposite side, pull a loop under the stitch, and then make a single crochet here. So now what we'll be doing is we'll be making single crochets over this other side as well. So while making this single crochets, you can hold the tail yarn under it so that you can hide the tail yarn while making the stitches. And also this side doesn't have like any stitches under it. It is the side of the particular pattern. So you just have to make single crochets in whichever space you get. So whenever there is like a double crochet under it, you can make 2 single crochets over it, and if it is a smaller stitch, just make 1 single crochet. So there is no particular count as to how many single crochets you need to make. So if it is a longer kind of space, make 2 single crochets, and if it is a smaller space, just make 1 single crochet, because by the end of it, it will look the same. And the reason we are making these single crochets is to make this part of this, the opening of the basket, to look more even and give it a polished look. So this is optional. If you find this difficult, you need not do the single crochets over the sides, but I feel that if you do the single crochets over this part of the basket, it will give a nice or fine finish to the overall basket. So once we have made these single crochets on the entire side, we will reach the loop that we had made at the beginning. So once we are at the loop, we will be making single crochets over the loop as well. So here too, there are no particular counts as to how many single crochets needs to be made. So you just keep making single crochets till you feel that the entire loop, or this entire chains of the loop is covered with single crochet. So make the single crochets and do not leave any space between them, and keep making the single crochets till you reach the other end of the loop, and you feel that these are enough single crochets to cover the loop. So once you're done with the last single crochet, so here you can see I have covered the entire loop. So after the last single crochet, insert your hook into the first stitch, make a slip stitch, and then chain 1 and pull it tight to make a knot, and then trim off the yarn. So this tail yarn, you can stitch it in at the end. So here you can see this single crochet is giving a nice finish to the mouth of the basket. And we now, to make the basket, we will have to fold the bottom part also. So this is one part which is already connected. Now fold the bottom corner as well in this manner, and now we are going to use a needle and the same yarn and stitch the bottom corner of the basket to these two corners. So we will start off with this from the bottom part, from the bottom side, so from this opening. So we'll join the two edges together. We'll insert a hook from this side of the stitch to the other side and pull it, and then place a knot here. So leave a long yarn and then trim it off, and then place a knot at this point. After placing the knot, you can push the yarn to the inner side of the bag, and then you can start stitching the two sides together. So what you can do is you can use any pattern of joining crochet planes together. So here I am just inserting the needle from one side and taking it out on the other side, and again inserting it from the same side and taking it out on the other side. So you can repeat this pattern till you have closed or joined these two sides. So here we have almost reached the corner point where it joins all the three sides. So here to make the stitches such that it is secure enough, and then continue down on joining the other two sides. So here we are almost at the end, and after placing the last few stitches we can push your needle in so that we can place a knot on the inner side. So what you can do here is just place a knot by pulling the hook, making a loop and passing the needle through the loop. This is the first time, and then through this loop one more time, and this will make a knot here, and trim this off. So here this basket is ready. It is a really easy and simple pattern. You can stitch in all the tail yarns using a crochet hook, or you can, if you leave a longer tail yarn, you can use a needle as well to stitch it into the existing stitches. And once you have stitched them into few of the stitches and secured it, you can then trim off the excess yarn. So you can keep this basket this way itself. Here you can see there is a line where the stitches, where we made our stitches, and if you do not prefer for this line to be shown, what you can do is you can turn your envelope basket inside out, and this lines will not be shown. So here I'm turning it inside out, and you can see that the line where the stitches were are not shown. So you can use it this way as well. So it's up to your preference. If you prefer the lines being there, then you can keep it the way it was already. Now you can place your beautiful indoor plants inside it and hang it in the wall or even outdoors. I do hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon for notifications on new videos, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.